Hello, Mike here, welcome to my channel. Palantir Technologies, PLTR, is rapidly transitioning from a government-focused analytics company into a full-scale AI infrastructure powerhouse, driven by exceptional acceleration across revenue growth, profitability, and enterprise adoption. In Q1 2026, the company delivered explosive top-line expansion with plus 85% year-over-year revenue growth to approximately $1.63 billion, marking one of its strongest growth inflection points as a public company. This surge is being powered by accelerating demand for its artificial intelligence platform, AIP, which is increasingly being embedded directly into real-world enterprise workflows rather than functioning as a standalone AI tool. A major bullish catalyst is the explosive rise in U.S. commercial revenue, up plus 133% YOY, proving that Palantir is successfully expanding beyond its traditional government and defense base into high-growth enterprise AI markets. Meanwhile, government revenue still grew plus 84% YOY, reinforcing its entrenched position as a critical vendor for defense, intelligence, and federal operations, including large-scale deployments across national security ecosystems. This dual-engine growth model strengthens Palantir's revenue durability and long-term visibility. On the strategic front, AIP is evolving into a full-stack AI operating system layer for decision intelligence, integrating large language models with structured data environments to power mission-critical operations in logistics, manufacturing, healthcare, and defense. This positions Palantir at the center of the global shift toward autonomous, AI-driven enterprise systems. Supporting this trajectory, management raised FY 2026 guidance to approximately $7.65 billion to $7.66 billion, 71% growth, signaling strong pipeline conversion and sustained demand momentum. From a financial perspective, Palantir demonstrates elite SaaS efficiency metrics, including a 60% adjusted operating margin, 53% net income margin, and a remarkable Rule of 40 score of 145%, placing it in the highest tier of software companies globally. The company also generated approximately $925 million in quarterly free cash flow and holds around $8 billion in cash with minimal debt, providing significant flexibility for AI expansion and strategic scaling. With 1,007 customers, 150% net dollar retention, and $1.3 billion in commercial bookings, Palantir is exhibiting powerful land and expand dynamics. Combined with its unique positioning across AI, defense technology, and enterprise operating systems, the long-term bull case suggests PLTR could emerge as one of the defining AI infrastructure leaders of the decade. 1. Explosive revenue growth. Palantir is absolutely tearing up the track, folks. They just dropped a bombshell Q1 2026 earnings report, printing a jaw-dropping, face-melting 85% year-over-year revenue growth. That is the single fastest top-line acceleration since PLTR went public. We are talking about a massive $1.63 billion in a single quarter. This isn't just a modest beat and raise, this is an unprecedented fundamental inflection point. Wall Street's legacy models are officially broken because nobody anticipated this level of hyperscale monetization. Palantir is proving that it's not just riding the AI hype wave, it is fundamentally defining it. When a multi-billion-dollar enterprise accelerates its top-line growth to 85%, it signals an unquenchable secular market demand for their core product architecture. Institutional capital is flooding in because this kind of compounding velocity is incredibly rare for a company of this scale. The bears who called PLTR a slow-moving consultancy are officially in shambles. We are witnessing an elite high-octane growth engine firing on all cylinders, and this explosive revenue trajectory sets a brand new gold standard for the entire enterprise software ecosystem. 2. U.S. commercial business is surging. For years, the loudest bears screamed that Palantir was just a glorified government contractor incapable of scaling in the private sector. Well, that narrative just got absolutely obliterated. Palantir's U.S. commercial revenue didn't just grow, it fundamentally erupted, skyrocketing an insane 133% year-over-year to a staggering $595 million. What we are witnessing here is a massive enterprise land and expand feeding frenzy. Corporate America has realized that if they don't integrate Palantir, they will get left behind. Chief information officers are aggressively reallocating capital away from legacy tech and dumping it straight into Palantir's ecosystem. This exponential hypergrowth in the commercial sector proves that Palantir has achieved absolute product-market fit. They have crossed the chasm from niche defense applications to becoming the indispensable foundational AI spine for Fortune 500 companies. This massive surge in private sector adoption unlocks a virtually limitless total addressable market, shifting the company's valuation multi-multiples higher. The commercial segment is officially a raging beast, proving that Palantir's enterprise AI monetization engine is completely unmatched across the entire global tech landscape. 3. Government contracts remain massive. While the commercial sector is exploding, let's not forget about Palantir's ironclad deep moat foundation, the U.S. government. Palantir just posted a staggering 84% year-over-year growth in government revenue, raking in a massive $687 million. In a world plagued by escalating geopolitical friction, algorithmic warfare is no longer science fiction. It is an absolute necessity. Palantir is the undisputed, mission-critical digital backbone for the Pentagon, modern intelligence agencies, Homeland Security, and the USDA. They aren't just selling software, they are securing the free world. These defense contracts represent an impenetrable high-conviction revenue moat with unmatched retention rates. Because of the extreme security clearances and deep systemic integration required, it is virtually impossible for any legacy competitor to displace them. Government agencies are aggressively deploying Palantir's edge AI systems to synthesize multi-domain battlefield data in real time. This massive 84% surge proves that even Palantir's most mature business segment is undergoing a violent growth reacceleration. It provides an elite, recession-proof cash flow floor that guarantees Palantir remains a financial fortress, no matter what happens to the broader macroeconomy. 4. AI platform AIP is becoming core infrastructure. Listen closely because this is where the real magic happens. Palantir's AI platform, known as AIP, is rapidly transforming into the actual operating system of the modern enterprise. While Silicon Valley is busy hyping up superficial AI chatbots that write emails, Palantir is deploying hardcore real-world operational AI. AIP is integrating directly into the raw nervous systems of global supply chains, complex logistics networks, healthcare infrastructure, and automated manufacturing floors. Management is emphasizing that customers aren't just experimenting with AIP, they are embedding it as core infrastructure to drive automated decision-making. By utilizing their proprietary ontology, Palantir allows enterprises to safely connect large language models to their private, operational data pipelines without risking security. This creates an unreplicable, sticky ecosystem where Palantir becomes the brain of the entire corporation. Once a company builds its operational workflows on AIP, the switching costs become astronomically high, giving Palantir unparalleled pricing power. AIP isn't just an app, it is the fundamental infrastructure layer upon which the future of global commerce and defense is being built right now. 5. Huge guidance raise. If you want to know what ultimate corporate confidence looks like, look no further than Palantir's massive forward guidance raise. Management didn't just nudge the numbers up, they aggressively hoisted full-year 2026 revenue guidance to an astonishing $7.65 to $7.66 billion. This implies an absolutely blistering annual growth rate of roughly 71%. Look, in the world of corporate finance, management teams are historically conservative. They hate overpromising. A massive upward revision of this magnitude means one thing and one thing only. Palantir has unparalleled high-definition visibility into an avalanche of incoming customer demand. Their sales pipelines are overflowing, and their commercial velocity is moving faster than they can even account for. Wall Street analysts are aggressively scrambling to upgrade their models because this level of forward-looking acceleration completely alters the stock's terminal value calculations. When a hypergrowth company aggressively raises guidance while already operating at scale, it acts as a massive green flag for institutional megafunds. Palantir is explicitly telling the market that this hypergrowth isn't a temporary blip. It is a sustained, long-term operational breakout. 6. Elite profitability metrics. Growth is great, but hypergrowth combined with elite profitability? That is the absolute holy grail of software investing. Palantir just put on an absolute masterclass in operational leverage, posting an eye-popping 60% adjusted operating margin alongside a mind-blowing 53% GAAP net income margin. Think about that. More than half of every single dollar coming through the door is dropping straight to the bottom line. To top it all off, their Rule of 40 score hit an unbelievable world-class 145%. In the software-as-a-service universe, a Rule of 40 score over 50% is considered exceptional. Palantir is nearly tripling that benchmark. This proves that Palantir possesses an incredibly scalable business model with virtually zero incremental customer acquisition friction. They are expanding their margins at a breathtaking pace while simultaneously growing revenue at 85%. This unique combination of hyperscale growth and pristine, elite profitability elevates PLTR out of the speculative tech bucket and firmly cements it into an elite tier of highly profitable tech monopolies. Massive cash generation. Palantir is operating as an absolute, unstoppable free cash flow machine. In Q1 alone, the company generated a monstrous $925 million in adjusted free cash flow. Let's look at the balance sheet because it is a pristine financial fortress. Palantir is currently sitting on an estimated $8 billion in cold, hard cash with virtually zero debt. This clean balance sheet gives them an astronomical strategic advantage over cash-strapped competitors. While other AI startups are burning through capital and diluting shareholders just to survive, Palantir is aggressively compounding its cash reserves. This massive war chest gives management ultimate flexibility to fund relentless R&D, deploy capital into strategic AI infrastructure, acquire emerging technologies, or aggressively hire the world's top engineering talent. They can weather any macroeconomic storm, interest rate shock, or market downturn while continuously playing offense. When a company generates nearly $1 billion of free cash in a single quarter while carrying no debt, they possess the ultimate financial optionality to dominate their sector for decades to come. 8. Customer expansion keeps accelerating. The underlying software metrics for Palantir are signaling a massive compounding effect that should terrify competitors. First up, their total customer count has officially breached the four-figure mark, hitting a milestone 1,007 customers. But here is the real kicker. Palantir's net dollar retention skyrocketed to an unbelievable 150%. This means that even if Palantir didn't land a single new customer, their existing client base is spending 50% more money with them year over year. This is the ultimate SaaS metric indicating extreme product stickiness and immense upsell capability. Furthermore, commercial total contract value bookings hammered home at a massive $1.3 billion, driving total bookings up 61% year over year. Customers are starting with small pilot boot camps, realizing the immense ROI within days, and immediately signing massive, multi-million-dollar enterprise-wide expansions. This compounding velocity proves that Palantir's land and expand strategy is working flawlessly. The network effects are taking hold, and as customer expansion continues to accelerate vertically, Palantir's recurring revenue stream is turning into an absolute snowball of compounding capital. 9. AI plus defense plus enterprise software triple trend. When you look at the big picture, Palantir sits directly at the epicenter of the three most explosive secular megatrends of our generation: cutting-edge artificial intelligence, modern national defense technology, and foundational enterprise software operating systems. There is practically no other company on the planet that simultaneously dominates all three of these highly complex verticals. Palantir has effectively built an unreplicable multi-domain economic moat. They are the brain of the corporate enterprise, the operational theater of global militaries, and the leading infrastructure layer for real-world AI deployment. This triple threat convergence means they aren't relying on a single market catalyst. They are fired up by multiple trillion-dollar macro tailwinds. As geopolitical tensions rise, their defense moat expands. As corporate efficiency becomes paramount, their commercial adoption accelerates. Wall Street bulls are realizing that Palantir is rapidly evolving into the definitive, institutional-grade AI infrastructure company of the decade. They have successfully weaponized code, commercialized data, and monopolized operational AI, making PLTR a generational asset that is completely rewriting the rules of the tech industry. Palantir is absolutely redefining hyperscale monetization, shaking Wall Street to its core with a staggering Q1 2026 earnings report that prints an explosive 85% year-over-year revenue growth up to $1.63 billion. This isn't just an earnings beat. It's a violent fundamental inflection point driven by an unquenchable global demand for real-world enterprise AI infrastructure. The long-standing bear thesis that PLTR is merely a stagnant government consultancy has been completely decimated. U.S. commercial revenue erupted an insane 133% to $595 million, proving that Palantir's AI platform AIP has achieved ultimate product-market fit as the foundational operating system for Fortune 500 commerce. Concurrently, their deep moat defense segment surged 84% to $687 million, solidifying their high-conviction, recession-proof position as the mission-critical digital spine for the Pentagon and global intelligence. This dual-engine acceleration gives management unprecedented visibility, triggering a massive full-year guidance raise to roughly $7.66 billion, implying an elite 71% annual growth trajectory. From a corporate finance perspective, Palantir's operational leverage is virtually unmatched. They are printing an eye-popping 60% adjusted operating margin, a 53% GAAP net income margin, and a world-class Rule of 40 score of 145%. This hyper-profitability generated a monstrous $925 million in Q1 free cash flow alone, feeding an $8 billion zero-debt war chest. With their customer base crossing 1,007 clients and a spectacular 150% net dollar retention rate, existing enterprises are aggressively scaling their contract values. Sitting at the absolute nexus of artificial intelligence, national defense, and enterprise software, Palantir has effectively weaponized its proprietary ontology to establish a multi-domain tech monopoly that is set to dominate this decade. A massive thank you to everyone in our community. Your insights in the comments and your passion for building drive this channel forward every week. We're building something truly unique here, and I'm grateful to have you on this journey. If you got value from today's breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe, and share this with a fellow creator or builder. This is Mike from Code and Story. Keep building, and I'll see you in the next one.